All right. Well, cool.
Come here.
This is episode 1 of Stretch and Chat. This idea came to me last night as I was falling asleep because earlier yesterday I was trying to throw a kick and my kick was terrible. Just there was no flexibility to it. And I stated out loud to my roommate Bertrand, who you know, that I want to be perfect and I want to be more flexible. So then it came to me, while I'm making content, let's stretch.
You wanted to be flexible for a long time.
Yeah.
You've talked about stretching for a long time.
Yeah, this is very true.
But you had just said, one thing at a time. So now's your moment for the
Yeah.
stretching journey.
Yeah, because, while I have a middling amount of people visiting my YouTube channel, shout out to everyone who does watch this in 2023. I appreciate all of you. But while I'm not popular and stuff like that, now's the time to experiment with the type of content that I'm putting up. And, it sounds like a great opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which is make content and stretch and chat with you simultaneously. It's like there's so many things that we can do all at the same time.
Will I always be in it?
You don't have to be. I was gonna invite my roommate as well because he also likes to stretch.
I love it.
And I was also going to probably just do it myself on certain days. But whenever you would like to be a part of it,
Yeah.
Cool. And I'm sure there's things that I could learn from you because you have more experience stretching than I do.
Yeah, what do you want to stretch?
Well, I really want to increase my flexibility in my lower area of my body.
Like your legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're stiff as F.
Okay, I'm just curious. When you lay on your back, Go ahead. When you lift up your leg, and when you keep this one low. Okay, so let's take some markers today.
Okay.
So you can know. So when you straighten this leg, but you got to straighten from the back of the knee too. You're basically not quite at a 90-degree angle, but relax your back. Yeah, you're not quite at a 90-degree angle. So I think, that would just so that you know. Pull your knee into your chest. Can you do that? Can you pull your knee all the way in? Relaxing your back. Okay, because look, obviously our bodies are very different, but see, I can bring my knee all the way in. What else? When you stand up, can you touch your toes? Let's see it from the side, yeah. Relax your head. Okay, that's great. Okay, so maybe something to work towards would be putting your hands. Oh, you can't do that. Can you put them underneath your feet?
No. Well, my idea so far as the episodic nature of it is like sets, sort of like sets. So finding a posture and then holding that posture for a period of time and then moving into another posture, That's kind of what I was thinking.
Vinyasa.
Yeah.
Vinyasa, I think, is where you just hold it. Sometimes you'll go to a class and you'll only hold 4 poses.
Really?
Yeah.
How long do they hold the poses for?
A long time. We would do this one for 4 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Along those lines.
I love it.
And then it would give us the opportunity to kind of brainstorm stuff that's going on, stuff that you're working on, things that you would like to focus on in the coming days and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because one thing that I'm always thinking about when it comes to content creation is I get more clarity about the fact that, like, as long as I'm pursuing the type of content that I'm working on right now, it's very dialogue driven. It's way less editing, way less production value, and far more emphasis on like what's actually being spoken. So I would like to take this opportunity to practice that, you know?
Okay. So why don't you tell me what's been in your head?
Oh, okay. Well, this week it feels like something of a shift is occurring. Well, we just got back from vacation, you know, this past Sunday. And Monday started off what felt like to be kind of like I never left, you know? Like it was the same shit happening at my job, and it was still like kind of demotivating to be in that environment and know that I didn't want to be there and stuff like that. But as the week wore on, I don't know, I think the vacation did help because it kind of gave me a chance to clear my head. And as the week progressed, I started seeing things differently, where it's like nothing so dire, you know? And each day that passed, it was like, this is, like you said, it's not rocket surgery. I always say rocket surgery because it's like funny to me, but now I just say it automatically. But yeah, it's not rocket surgery, and it does pay well, and I'm not gonna have it forever. And also keeping in mind that I do get to continue making content, which is important to me because it feels like that's my future. So if I can continue to work on my future, then it doesn't feel like I'm just stuck in, you know, place in like some purgatory. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. You know?
Yeah. That's a really good place to be. It's all about the perspective. And yeah, I mean, you always say, don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I sometimes ask myself when it comes to like this morning. Well, for one, the weather's nicer this week, you know, and nice weather always puts me in a good mood, you know. But beyond that, I noticed this morning I was preparing to hop in my car and go to work, and a neighbor, several houses down, he's walking by with two dogs, and he says to me, he like looks at me, he goes like, "Good morning." He goes like, "Go get him," you know. And I've never spoken to this person before in my life, and
oh, that's so cool.
yeah, it was nice. But I guess the question I ask myself is like, if that interaction had happened, let's say 2 weeks ago, would I have perceived it the same way, or would it have happened at all? You know, that's kind of how I think. Because one is perception, but two is like.
But
No, it's just I don't know. Not that it matters, but like what comes first, the interaction, or the feeling that the interaction, you know, causes.
you'll never know. And so the only thing I think you can do is do your best to control you. Because the only variable in that equation that you can work on tangibly is you and how you see things and how you show up. Most of all, how you show up and how you choose to see things. And then everything else just gets to react around you.
Yeah, react around you. Yeah.
my client was telling me today, she does Reiki and things like that. And she is living, she's from New York, and she lives in Florida right now. She's been there for 3 months with this new guy that she met, and she's like finally working from home for the first time in years. It's something she always wanted, but she had like a very standard, really great job as a psychology professor in New York, and she didn't want to get the vaccine, and they fired her because of it. And she was in another relationship that she'd been in for a really long time, and she was afraid to lose her job. But she was just telling me today that she's the thing that she's mastered the last couple of years is not operating out of fear, like just being aware of the fear. Like she didn't want to get the vaccine because she didn't want to make less money. And then when she just did what she actually wanted to do, everything has fallen in line. Like, I feel like, I know it sounds cliche, but it's so, when you really break down everything that you're doing every single day and you ask yourself, am I operating out of fear? Am I operating out of like intuition, what I really want? I think we might find that we're operating out of fear more than we think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And that affects everything. Yeah, she was like, I said that I didn't want to get a job that was going to pay me less than this. I got a job that paid me exactly that. And she was afraid of the unknown. She wasn't actually going for anything that she really wanted. She was just going for what she thought was good enough and what she thought was okay. And yeah, she's just gotten so much more.
Interesting. What about you, Miss Christina?
Me. I'm about to do this 100 days again.
When does that start?
Monday.
So what is it that you're not doing for 100 days?
For me, I'm doing what I did last year plus gluten and sugar. So weed, alcohol, caffeine, gluten, and sugar.
And when does it start?
Monday.
Monday. Did you celebrate 420?
Yeah.
You did? When?
Today. Tonight.
Duh.
With Monica.
That's cool.
Yeah, she was like, you don't seem like you have a cough, because my cough is better. And I was like, I have a cough.
Yeah, your cough is pretty bad.
Yeah, and it's finally getting a little better, but it's still there. But I had one hit, and we have some coquito.
I thought that's for the wedding.
There was one little, like, cup that I was able to split with her.
Shout out to Vito and Nicole getting married tomorrow.
Yep. 421.
So there was like one that you couldn't fit into the...
2 containers that I made for them.
Got it.
One is non-alcoholic for Landon.
Aww.
But
that's nice.
Yeah. Starting the 100 days, I've already had some incredible conversations with people who want to join, and I knew it was going to be a big undertaking. So it's really going to push me because I'm offering myself to these people for like, you know, the full 100 days, and I'm going to be providing tidbits of information, and it's just going to cause me to be very disciplined. And I'm excited for that. I think a lot. And then in June, 5 a.m. Club will overlap over that, and they all fall in line. So I'm just excited because I remember last year, the biggest thing that's changed about me in the past years, and I can see it. Last year I was so sick of talking about things and not doing them. Talking, thinking, talking, and never doing. Oh, I want a podcast. Oh, I wanted this. I wanted that. I want to, you know, all these ideas, just a bunch of ideas. And I've become a doer. I say I'm going to do something and I do it. And I trust myself, and that trust is there. So, but it's really easy to fall back into you know, the ways that you interact with those substances. I still feel like I'm in it's a 360-degree turn from where I was, but I'm ready to do that again. I feel proud of my practice. I feel like I'm finding pockets to like get all of my practice in. Like I'm being creative every single day. The next piece is my time management. I need to get even more focused, so I'm hoping this will help with that. And I need a fucking business plan. I think I want a mentor. I think I want to pay for some, like, but it has to be the right situation. Those kind of situations are really tough. But I think I need a mentor in business or in like what it is I'm trying to do. I recognize that there's just a lot I don't know. And the bit of anxiety that I feel is around like not having some numbers. I have a lot of creative ideas.
It's bath bomb.
Thank you.
So you have a lot of creative ideas?
We just had this in your pocket.
Yeah.
Did you want to do that in front of the camera?
It was in my pocket.
Did you forget about it until now?
I removed it. It was bothering me, so now it's in your hands.
I was just curious.
So you have a lot of creative ideas.
Thank you. I have a lot of ideas, but I feel like if I dedicate all of my time to working for somebody else and just creating and not planning the numbers or like, you know, and it keeps coming up even with do you hear that wheeze? It's awful. I keep getting reminders that having a ton of clients is also a lot to deal with.
Clients what?
My fitness client today, she has different clients that she works for doing writing and editing and things like that.
Okay.
But just having a bunch of clients is also, you know, you still have a boss, you still have somebody to answer to. So I think my next focus is like creating a product, like an online product, a class, or like something that I can sell that doesn't require me to be there. Because when I have a client, I put my all into it. I have 3 clients right now, and it's a lot of time you have to add. And this is what my client was telling me today. She's like, any client that you have to add 20% more in the time that you're going to invest in them, you know, because you're corresponding with them and you're checking in with them, and then you got to edit things that you do for them, whether that's, you know, a fitness plan or a dance plan or like whatever it is. You have to sit there and like, so it just takes up more of your time than you schedule for. And so I want to work on a product that can work for me. So that's what I gotta think about next.
Business plan.
Yeah, like more numbers, more concrete, solid plans. And I also want to make sure I don't get comfortable where I'm at my job.
Which job?
My dance teaching job.
Are you making enough money to be comfortable?
I mean, that's the main source of income that I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I could probably make that somewhere else. But I do... You know, I only work 11 hours a week there. Still part-time.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I've learned already so much about what that is. I've been teaching for over a decade. Like, I feel like it would be more valuable for me to maybe get a new skill that's relating to what I'm doing. And maybe move on from, like, dance teaching with kids for now. Even though, like, definitely, I just do it a little bit more on the side, taking on 10-week projects here and there, but not like a full year of being at a studio. But that's a scary leap because it's like my W-2, you know, it's more independent contractor work. So
you're talking about like what's the next thing that, like, what's the next skill? Like, what are the